Okay, the time has come, friends, for Pokemon Rumble, Bidoof % with RubberDuckyAssassin and JP. So good luck, and
All right. What's up, guys? What's up, JP?
Up.
All right. So we're just gonna get right into this. We're gonna just start on file B for Bidoof because Bidoof is hype. If you don't know BidoofBot on Twitter, definitely at them because they really like the Bidoof % runs. Timing starts on the selection of the file, and on go. We're gonna go. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Woohoo.
Claps, 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 claps. All right. So Bidoof %. Before we get into Bidoof %, let's talk a little bit about Rumble. So Rumble is a WiiWare game. It's a game that actually doesn't have a physical copy of it. It's the only way that you can get it is through the eShop. And it came out in 2009 by the same makers of Pokemon Channel. So if you like Pokemon Channel, you obviously are going to like Pokemon Rumble. They're completely different. We're playing as little toy Pokemon, and the whole point of the game is literally just to be the most powerful Pokemon of them all. There's one champion which will be mysteriously give hints to throughout the course of the run that we're going to see in the final battle of this difficulty. And I say difficulty because there's 3 difficulties in the run. There's normal, advanced, and EX. And typical runs of Pokemon Rumble are always done on normal. And there's different categories for the difficulties as you go up. But yeah, this is just showing us about this Rattata. He's being a little naughty. He's not supposed to be doing this. And we're going to have to teach him the hard way of not to cheat, because cheating's bad. So yeah, we pretty much just have to sit through these, and then we're going to have a little taste of what we're going to have to see for the rest of the run. So as you can see, we're not Bidoof as well. Unfortunately, we're not able to play as any other Pokemon other than the tutorial Pokemon until we're done with the first level, which is the tutorial level. Once we're done with that, we're going to be able to switch into whatever Pokemon, and it all should be good. So, also, all this stuff is going to be able to be skipped later. A lot of these little animations and cutscenes and stuff, they'll all be able to be skipped later. I'm just not able to do so during this tutorial. So this Battle Royale is the Rank C Battle Royale. There's a Battle Royale for each rank, and you need a particular power to get into it. This Rattata is only power 29, and the power that we need to get into this Battle Royale is 100. So it's basically impossible to win that Battle Royale.
You're close.
Yeah.
But you run out of time.
There's, on top of just having health and you have 3 lives in a Battle Royale. If you die 3 times, then you just lose. You also have a time limit that you need to be cautious of. Whenever you kill a Pokemon in the Battle Royale, you'll get a clock that spawns and yada yada. But, yes, so beating that is pretty much impossible. I haven't seen any video. I haven't been able to do it by myself without any kind of tool-assisted aspects to it. And even if you were to beat it, the game actually lets you go on to the next rank, but then completing that next rank, it won't let you complete or go on to the next one after that. So there's 4 ranks. There's C, B, A, and S. So if I were to do that, I'd beat rank B, and then I have to go back to rank C and just beat it again, even though, yeah. I found out about that through just a random YouTube video that someone made a task of it, but yeah. So, this is a tutorial level. Silent Forest is just kind of like your basic bug and grass type Pokemon. Another thing about Rumble is that the whole first difficulty is all Gen 1 Pokemon. So we're not going to see any other generation Pokemon in normal, even though this is a Gen 4 game. Once you get to Advanced is when you start to get those Gen 4 Pokemon to show up. And they get more powerful. And what I was doing through that, what was that? What's up, JP? Sorry.
Yeah. The knockdown mechanics.
Yes. There's there's a lot of information for this game, so I'm trying to get all the like basic stuff out of the way before we get into some more intricate, interesting stuff about Bidoof %. But this tutorial level is very. It's been like, what's the word? Dissected almost very much so. I was using that Rattata for a very specific reason. The Pikachu that I picked up always drops, and the Ivysaur that just dropped now always drops. And yeah, it's a pretty tight, optimized section of the run. I've been playing this game for about 6 to 7 years now, speedrunning it. So there's a lot of small intricacies with the run that you wouldn't think about otherwise. So, Bidoof percent. This is our Bidoof. He is shiny, he is gutsy, and he has Super Fang and Super Power. So when this game was coming out and it was more new, they gave codes out called passwords, and you can put in these codes into the game and you'll get certain Pokemon, and you've heard of that before with other games. And we're actually able to use them during our speedruns. The reason that I have them on my Wiimote already is because from a saved file already made, you're able to save Pokemon onto your Wiimote. So when I started running this game, it was kind of like that was the optimal strat of getting the password Pokemon on in your runs as soon as possible. So we just save this Bidoof. We don't do anything to it. The power never changes for Pokemon, but you can always change the moves. So we don't change the moves because then that would kind of make the password not an actual password Pokemon anymore. It would start having aspects of it that is just through playing the game, which is, in a sense, cheating. So we just get the password Pokemon as it is, save it to the Wiimote, and then use it for the whole run. So we're not allowed to die. If I die in a stage, I have to make sure I leave. If I die in a battle royale, I have to make sure I leave because we can't not be Bidoof. It's like there's no reason for me to be anybody other than Bidoof. You know what I'm saying?
Many other password Pokemon that we would use in the traditional any percent passwords of this game, such as there's a shiny Rattata that is speedy, there is a shiny Raichu that is just super beefy, and then there's a Shaman that we use which has a very, very good AoE attack that is very, very useful in the battle royals. Mm-hmm. But with Bidoof, you just get a very efficient attack in Super Fang, mm-hmm. and then Super Power can help out, I guess, in a couple different places. But Super Fang is actually really important because of the knockdown mechanics, which you've already seen a couple Pokemon get knocked down in the Eternal Tower stage with the Marowak and the Cubone. So the way that you collect Pokemon in this game is you just attack them and knock them down and defeat them. You don't have Pokeballs or anything like that. But they can get knocked down. It's a random chance for them to get knocked down. And then you just pick them up and go from there. And they all have a random power. Usually it's based on how many stages you've completed, to get the minimum, which in this case is 100 that we're looking for. Super Fang has an increased critical hit chance, so it has a higher chance of causing a knockdown and allowing you to get the power. So the Nidoran that was just picked up, very, very useful.
Yes. So yes, as he was saying, and he said it earlier, speedy Pokemon. This Bidoof has Gutsy, and I said that earlier as well. So those are special traits. It's a little similar to natures in Pokemon, things that raise your attack or lower your defense or whatever. Typically, the special traits aren't hindrances. They usually just help you, and there's a bunch of them. In this game, it pretty much... There's some that are way more useful than others, and the one that we have right now is called Gutsy, which, he said earlier, helps raise critical hits, which is what makes this Bidoof a lot useful. It makes the run also kind of not really that slow either, but also consistent, because having Gutsy really helps get drops more consistently. The more Pokemon we're hitting, the more likely we're going to get them to drop, because crits are the main reason as to why Pokemon drop in the first place. So that's why this Bidoof's actually pretty good. All right, so we got our power.
Notice that battle royals. This is the first battle royal game.
And also a difference between any percent and Bidoof percent is we went to pretty much the same stages, Eternal Tower, Fiery Furnace, and we do that because the defense of the bosses and just the power of the Pokemon in general, they always raise the more stages you complete. So you want to get those bulkier bosses done at, like, sooner rather than later. And Marowak is the bulkiest boss in this rank, so that's why we go to him first, or her first. And we went back to it because Eternal Tower is also the shortest stage in the game. In all ranks, it's always the shortest room, or the shortest stage. Sorry. And that was kind of sloppy.
Plus, considering you're not allowed to die.
Yep.
You have to complete the stage. In any percent passwords without the Bidoof restriction, you would just take yourself out. Like, you would just eat moves and get knocked out all 3 times, because you get 3 lives in a stage technically. But if you just leave, you lose all the drop Pokemon that you pick up. So you have to either complete the stage or get killed. Mm-hmm. So in this case, we just completed the stage.
And we don't want to kill our Bidoof.
Very solid. That was a very solid rank C battle royal.
That was pretty good, yeah. Yeah, dying is bad. We don't want Bidoof to die. We want to take care of our Bidoof, cherish him, you know, feed him, love him. But yeah, so that's rank C. That was a pretty solid rank C. We got that power relatively quickly. Pretty good stuff. So that's another really interesting thing, and something that I also like about the run is that the route is a little different from any percent. It's not just kind of copy paste any percent. The stage order is relatively the same because, in general, you know, any percent is a pretty basic category where you're just trying to do stuff as fast as possible. And generally, if you have something that's slower moving, it's still going to be faster to go to those shorter stages. But the power grind sections are what really kind of make the run pretty interesting. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay.
Unfortunate. So there are 2 sparkling Pokemon in this stage. Sparkling Pokemon are different from shiny Pokemon. Sparkling Pokemon always drop, so if you see them in there, especially in the later stages when you're looking for Pokemon that could potentially drop the power, those are good ones to go for.
Mm-hmm. The boss can also be sparkly. It literally just means they're going to drop. I don't know why exactly they added it in.
They also have slightly higher HP.
Yeah. So it actually is worse for the boss to be sparkly. The only instances of you wanting this boss to be sparkly is like if you are desperate and need something to drop. It's always good to know that the boss is going to drop, but it's definitely going to take a lot more hits if the boss is sparkly, so it's not necessarily the best thing to happen in a run. But it's like a cool clutch moment, if you would. But we don't really need to worry about the sparkliness, especially since we have Gutsy. It's quite helpful, as you can see.
Like a normal any percent passwords that we would do, we're seeing far more drops than normal.
Yeah.
So.
And there's actually a little bit of a different route every time. In almost every iteration of any percent, generally, you like in any of the no password categories, because in no passwords you just have to rely on your knowledge of the game and the luck of the draw of what Pokemon drop and what moves they get and stuff like that. But generally, you will start at Windy Prairie a lot of the time, or stages that have Pokemon that are fast or have fast moves. And in any percent, it literally is dependent on just the defense of the boss and whatever the rooms are the fastest. And for this category, it's a little different, just because of we have only a Bidoof. So yeah, we don't have to worry about killing any of these things. We don't need any of them. That's kind of the good thing about.
The only reason that we would knock them down is to get them out of our way.
Yeah, because I always try to. I try my best to always be somewhat moving towards the trampoline. You can play this on a Wii, which is like on a Wiimote, but you can also play it on a Pro Controller, which is what I'm using. And I think it actually, I haven't done any kind of timing methods or anything, but through doing runs so long with only my Wiimote and then switching to the Pro Controller. I've gotten incredibly large amounts of golds in movement segments and stuff like that, just by using this controller. So it's a pretty nice situation to be in to have this controller, and it really does help optimize the movement for the game. Because
movement optimization is extremely important in this, because there's so many Pokemon that spawn in front of you that can just get in your way. So having an optimal path to get through the entire stage will improve your time by a lot, regardless.
Yeah, this stage I like to just try to get the RNG where I can just hold up, because there's definitely instances where you can just hold up and walk straight to the trampoline. Now, rank B.
And that's why this is, yeah.
Oh, that would be nice. Rank B is the only rank in normal difficulty. I'm actually going to try and get this, because it saves quite a bit of time, especially since I'm Bidoof. But you're able to actually get that power that we were talking about earlier. You're able to get it in the 3rd stage instead of the 4th stage, only in rank B of normal. I've never gotten it in any other rank other than rank B. This is unlucky. Come on, Weezing. Oh my gosh.
A lot of drops, though.
That was a lot of drops.
So, like, he got, like, 7 or 8 drops minimum. Like, if you were to do the same thing without Bidoof, you would probably get, like, 3. That's how good this is.
We're hoping on this Kadabra. Come on, Kadabra. Oh, I hate to see it. Okay, that's fine. So, the reason that I was trying to kill all those Pokemon is because we're actually able to get that 200 Pokemon in that stage. Actually, I'm going to do that again. I don't typically not get the early 200, actually. It's pretty consistent to get it with Bidoof. But since we didn't get it, we have to do a whole nother stage. Because, we can't die. So we're just going to go back into the Eternal Tower and grind for the Pokemon here, because, again, it's the shortest stage, and we're able to get the power here anyway earlier, so shouldn't be too difficult to get it after completing a 3rd stage. So we're just going to do the same thing. Just going to run straight up, make sure that we don't die on the way, and kill after the 3rd room. And the only reason I don't like to kill the other Pokemon is just because a lot of time they aren't what we need. And it's kind of a waste getting all that lag whenever a Pokemon drops for it to not be what I need.
We got one.
But yeah, we got it. Not too bad. I went into Fiery Furnace just out of muscle memory.
Yeah.
In any percent, we kind of do worry about getting Pokemon that are relatively good for the Battle Royale. Or the stronger Pokemon typically are more likely to be the power that we need as well. So, like, we'll see it in A rank, any percent runs. Killing a Slowpoke is not as worth it as killing a Machoke would be, you know? So typically, if I'll see a Slowpoke, I'll just walk right past it, because there's almost no way for it to be the power unless there's a very specific thing with it. The only time I've ever had a Slowpoke, for instance, be the power is it was shiny once, and I killed it because it was shiny. And it just happened to be the power.
Why there aren't any drops in the Battle Royale? It's because you can't get any drops in the Battle Royale.
Yeah. Yeah, they just dropped clocks, and that contributes to the time that we have to beat the Battle Royale.
Do we have a moment for a couple donations?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay, we have $10 from Warrior of Mars saying just a little bit to help out. Keep up the excellent work, everyone. And that's boosting Let's Go Eevee in the game choice. That's currently standing at $40, but Let's Go Pikachu is at $250.
Oh my gosh! Do you guys not like the speed?
I'm so disappointed.
Some people are disappointed, yeah. So if you think Eevee should be the game, then get your donations in. We also have $35 from Olvind.
Yo!
During my boy Ducky's run to wish him good luck. Let's smash the Rona and get this quack percent. And that's what where the money is going. And I can verify the quack percent for Wii Sports Resort has been met. So
Pog
we will
champ.
be seeing that when that happens.
That's hype.
Yeah, it's mega hype.
Wii
So,
Sports
yeah.
speedruns are hype.
Those are really hype. So yeah, back to you guys.
Thank you. Thank you for the donations, guys. And again, shout outs to Ulvin. Epic bro. Actually, the reason I submitted to ESA, so wouldn't have been here without here. I wouldn't have been able to show you guys this fantastic Bidoof that you guys probably didn't even know about. And now you guys get to see this epic,
really great
shiny
Battle Royale.
Bidoof. That wasn't too bad, yeah. As long as you don't get hit, you're good.
Normally, the rival Pokemon spawn all at the same time, but in rank B, they spawn in order. And you might have noticed that they are all the trade Pokemon in Gen 1 as well.
Yeah, the gimmicks are definitely there.
Generally the boss Pokemon in the Battle Royals have a theme.
Yep.
So
just like in the first one, it was the evolutions, and they spawned all at once. They also go off. They spawn those bosses or rival Pokemon, dependent on the amount of Pokemon that are left in the Battle Royale. So that's also why we want to make sure that we're killing as many other Pokemon as possible. Not only just killing the bosses fast, but you also want to make sure you're killing the other Pokemon as well. And that ties into rank B Battle Royale, because in order for the fourth boss to spawn, you have to kill one of them. So you want to make sure that you're still killing everything around it, but also doing some good damage to those bosses. The less amount of inputs I have to make, the less time I'm wasting, you know? So rank A, if you go into any person that runs Rumble and they're in rank A, you should honestly just bless RNG. Just bless RNG, man. The entire time. Because rank A is the worst rank in terms of getting consistent RNG, good Pokemon to fight with, anything positive. It's hard in rank A. I feel like a lot of that is because of just bad power scaling. Yeah, we're good. From rank C to rank B, the power that we need goes from 100 to 200, which makes sense. But from rank B to rank A, it goes from 2 to 4, which I think was a little too much for the amount of Pokemon that they had to work with. And it's just not that good. The Pokemon just aren't that good. And the power, getting the good power is also relatively difficult. In terms of consistency, it should be a lot easier since we have Bidoof, because for whatever reason they just don't drop as often either in rank A. But having Gutsy really does
makes
help.
it way more consistent.
Yeah, but again, bless RNG. Definitely can't go wrong with some positive vibe sending of good RNG and such. But
plus, it's Bidoof. Why would you want Bidoof to have bad luck?
yeah, right. And it's shiny, so there's like absolutely no reason you'd want this Bidoof to have any kind of harm done to it. And I didn't even talk about it earlier, but there's the reason that this Bidoof is like actually kind of epic and also not overpowered is because in order to save any Pokemon to your Wiimote, you have to max its power. And since we have password Pokemon, they all have a maximum power that you typically don't get to yet, unless you unlock it in a new game or a completed file of some sort.
Basically, the way that it works is that the keys that you see wind up all of these Pokemon. They have a maximum power associated with them. So if this Bidoof's maximum power is higher than that key, so the key only does it to one below whatever rank you're in.
Yep.
So that's why it doesn't automatically get you into the next rank as well.
Yeah. So that's why passwords aren't completely overpowered.
Yeah.
They're definitely good. But
if you've ever played Final Fantasy XIV, it is the same thing as level syncing.
Oh,
so.
okay. There you go. Final Fantasy fans out there, you know. But yeah, so right now the Bidoof is at $3.99. Before that it was $1.99, so on and so forth. So that's why it's still strong and does well in the battle royales and stuff, but isn't completely overpowered because the maximum power for this Bidoof is actually 1,300, which is pretty good. So, but we're just gonna complete this stage and do the same thing. We're gonna go back in here because this is the shortest stage, and we're going to hopefully get our 400 power. So if there's any donations that can be read, you guys can read some more.
Sadly, we don't have any donations just yet, but I would like to take this time to give a special message to those watching after the event is finished in Twitch or YouTube VODs. Hey there, are you excited for every of these charity speedrunning events, but didn't have the time to be live there so you could donate? Well, have no fear. If you look in the link in the description below, we have a link for a Tiltify campaign that runs between events. So you can still donate for the charities that ESA wishes to raise money for, and yeah, watch all the events and have fun, even if there's not live. So yeah, either way, thank you for your support.
Not gonna lie, if I was sitting at home watching this VOD, I'd feel pretty obligated. that was definitely.
It's for a good cause.
Yeah.
Definitely for a good cause, but no pressure. Always no pressure.
I'll take a second to say that it's crazy going on. Everything that's been going on now. It's absolutely bonkers, and I hope everyone has been safe and playing their video games and doing what they can and everything like that. Hopefully everything. No, not many people have been affected by it as much as we've heard. I hope again all of you guys are being as safe as possible and healthy and everything.
This is very unlucky for power dropping.
Yep. A rank. Oh, there we go. Okay. So now I just have to not get hit. Actually, yeah, I did not get hit. Yeah. Okay. A little scary. I'll play it safe. Okay. Okay. But yeah, so I know that I personally have been affected by Corona and all this crazy stuff going on, and anybody else is going through it or struggling, you're not alone. And us as a community, we already came here and are doing this awesome event. So know that you're definitely not alone, and we're all here for each other. That's how I like to see it. I like to always have a helping hand. Haha! I hope you guys get that joke. Okay. But yeah, hopefully you guys are all good. Did you pick up on that joke, JP?
Did I?
Okay,
did.
good.
My mouse was hovering over the disconnect button, but I decided to stick it out.
Oh, good. So anyway.
So the way that the battle royals work, the first stage starts with like 15 Pokemon, not counting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then after you get down to 3 Pokemon, the next wave spawns, and that's a wave of 9 Pokemon. And then it keeps going until the last stage. And you can actually see how many are left in the top right underneath the timer. And there's also a handy map to look at to see where all the Pokemon spawn. But it's pretty consistent on how they spawn and when they spawn. But if they decide to come at you...
Oh, I died! Okay,
a completely
that
different story. Oh!
I was not prepared for that. That's fine.
You just had a Hitmonlee and like 3 other Pokemon kick you in the face.
Yeah, that was nuts. So yeah, you want to make sure that you don't wait too long after you die. Honestly, if you can predict that you're about to die, it's a little bit better. I thought I was gonna hit that Hitmonlee in time to not get affected by that, but that's not what happened. That's okay.
Hate to see it happen.
You really do, but it's okay. Mistakes are made. But that's pretty much what you would do. Doing attempts of the game is actually a little scary if you're not on top of things. So if you wait a little too long to pause the game after you die or something, the game will open up a menu of the Pokemon that you have, and it'll want you to pick the next Pokemon, and you're actually not able to leave the stage or the Battle Royale after that happens.
Have to pick another Pokemon, and then you get to leave. And then it spawns you as that Pokemon when you respawn in the hub world, so then you have to switch back to Bidoof. It just wastes a whole bunch of time.
Yeah. And it would technically invalidate a Bidoof % run if you're playing as anything other than Bidoof. So you really need to make sure...
You have to switch. You have to switch back right away.
Yeah. This Venusaur is kind of trolling me. So, of course, I want to try and hit both of them at the same time. That's more ideal. There we go. It kind of worked at the end there. That's what I was trying to go for earlier, was just trying to hit all three of them at once, because it's definitely doable, especially once they start, or once they spawn, because they're kind of all in a line. But, yeah, that Hitmonlee really didn't want me to do that.
You may also be wondering what all these coins are for that drop from all these Pokemon. You can technically buy extra moves and buy extra Pokemon with like basically a gacha system down on the bottom half of the hub world. But A, it's slow, B, it's random, C, we have passwords.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
May I interrupt? We have
Yes.
a pretty big donation here.
Go ahead.
We have a $250 donation
Let's go.
by Matthew San Louis.
Let's go.
They say, just attempting to snipe, don't mind me, and guess where that money went? It went to choosing Let's Go Eevee,
Let's go.
which is now in the lead.
That's a big
with
PogChamp.
$290 for that over Pikachu's $255.
That's what we like to
So
see.
if my math
Oh,
doesn't,
that's awesome.
there's $35 between them, so it's now getting really exciting. There's only a few minutes left in that incentive, otherwise I'll have to close it during the intermission, I think. So get those donations in now if you want to see Pikachu, or if you want to boost Eevee, keep those coming.
Come
So,
on, keep that
yeah.
Eevee going. Eevee's
Thank
so
you for
hype.
that incredibly generous donation, though. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Yeah, for those of you who have not seen any Let's Go speedruns, or specifically Etiquette, definitely missing out, and you definitely got to stick around, because Etiquette is such an awesome dude, and Let's Go speedruns are actually incredibly entertaining and really, really cool. So definitely stick around for that, and Eevee's hype, so keep that donation up too. That was pretty good. So at this point in S rank, even though our Bidoof is, good power, all that stuff that we were saying earlier, it's still a Bidoof. Its defense and attack are not that great. More specifically, the defense, that's really not that great. So, yes, we're a 599 power Bidoof, but we are a Bidoof. So most things won't kill us in one hit, but maybe two. So we definitely want to make sure that we aren't playing too risky, or just getting in the line of a lot of strong Pokemon. So far, really the only ones that are scary in Eternal Tower are Nidoqueen and Marowak. And Marowak's only scary if you think about it too much. So. Rank S is also a pretty interesting rank because, oh, I guess we're fine. Okay. What were we scared about? Marowak sucks.
Nice thing about the Marowak Bone Ring is it goes in an arc.
Yeah, you can avoid it pretty easily. Even though I got hit by it, but just ignore that. So,
My part.
what was I saying? Oh yeah, so back in 2019, May of 2019, May June 2019, Rumble went through a lot of changes. We found out a bunch of password Pokemon that we didn't know about prior, and It kind of just was like the revamp almost of the game. We had a lot of people come to the game and pick it up and try it out and stuff like that. And the game has come a long way, and I am really happy with the community that has grown from it and what it is now. We've made some crazy milestones over the years of playing the game. Is it gonna hit me? It is. Okay. I guess I'm stronger than I thought, but
Attack so.
But the S rank has definitely been the most changed rank out of all of them. We're going to Windy Prairie right now, literally only because it's the shortest, the third shortest stage in the rank. Otherwise, like, we definitely wouldn't be going here. In any percent, we actually go to Bright Beach, which we don't go to at all. We had not ever gone to until last year. The only reason it's faster is because in regular 90% we use the Raichu that JP was talking about earlier, mainly because of the type advantage that we have over the Gyarados against them, what we would be doing over the Dragonite that we're about to fight here. Dragonite is the boss for the stage, and Gyarados is the boss for Bright Beach. It's actually crazy because the movement for the stage is slower in Bright Beach, but the boss fight is so much faster with Raichu in Bright Beach that it's just a little bit faster than Windy Prairie. But since we don't have that type advantage, we're just going to go here.
One thing that I don't think that we mentioned about the bosses is that the later in the rank that you choose to fight a boss, the more HP they have.
Yeah.
So stage order definitely matters when it comes to which stages are the shortest and which ones will be the easiest to kill.
Yeah, which bosses are bulky and all that fun jazz all goes into consideration. 600. Aw. That would have been super
It's
cool.
than 600. Feels bad.
Also, in any percent, we typically alternate the stages that we go to for the power. We actually go to Rocky Cave and then Fiery Furnace and then Rocky Cave and then Fiery Furnace again. But since we have to complete the stages, Eternal Tower just goes hard, man.
Do we have time for a donation?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we have $40 from Katha109. They say, Edda tilt, Edda love, and Edda quiz time on that run, Edakit. And they're putting their money towards naming the starter in Let's Go Eevee, not Pikachu, Eevee, Edda Tilt, which is now in the lead with $40 over Wooloo with 35, Geld with 25, and Schliebus with 20. So still very close, and you have so little time to get your donations in and pick your favorites.
Yeah, this is our last stage we're going to be entering before we enter the last Battle Royale of the game, so definitely coming close.
Probably like about 4 minutes at max.
Better not be.
At max. This is assuming that the final Pokemon doesn't do something crazy, or does do something crazy.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, probably something like that. A couple more minutes. What we're saying. This is a nice gold split, though. I'm not gonna lie. I do have my splits up. Definitely not ahead. World record's actually already done, but that was a nice gold split right there. All right. So yes, last Battle Royale. It's actually kind of difficult. This first wave is
Battle Royale is
the worst part.
Absolute worst. There's so many projectiles.
Large
It's
hitboxes,
insane.
yeah. Large hitbox, projectiles, just like all the bad stuff that we don't like about Pokemon in these Battle Royales, that is in that first wave. But
A really good first wave.
yeah, it was pretty good.
Usually, like when I have done attempts of this rank in particular, there's a lot of Dodrio that spawn, and the Dodrio knows Tri-Attack, and that thing has a hitbox that's like 3 kilometers wide.
Yeah, that's something that is really weird about this game. There's like some whack animations for moves. And all the Pokemon use the same moves, by the way. They don't have like differentiations of moves. If it's a wild Pokemon, it uses the same move as it always has. It's never different. You don't have to worry about different moves getting like messing you up. Ooh, that hit me. Okay, that's a little scary. Oh, okay.
Be careful.
I think we're good. Probably.
Time will be coming up very soon.
I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, time is on the selection of, or whenever we pick up the coin, yeah.
Yeah. And Ducky will say it. Also, the final boss is Mewtwo, in case the hints weren't clear enough.
Okay.
Oh no!
That sucks. It's okay though. We'll still make estimate. It's fine.
Yes. Dang. That was unlucky.
Yeah, I was hoping that that Psychic would hit, or that my Super Fang would hit the Alakazam, not the other way around. That's okay. But yeah, I kind of... So I have been playing this game for a very long time, as I was saying earlier. So I feel like a lot of the stuff that I showcase for you guys and do on stream and stuff is probably relatively harder than I make it out to be. I've just been playing this game for so long that I can hit the button pretty good.
Yeah, Ducky is kind of the king of Pokemon Rumble, so...
So there's definitely... It's not like this is the most easy thing in the world. I will say that was a bad flub. That was definitely a bad flub. Unfortunate, but... It's definitely not something to scoff at. This category is not the most consistent thing, but it's very, very entertaining. It's a cool way to play the game. And it's also just cool to be like, yeah, I beat the game with only Bidoof. What about it? You know? Okay, let's kill these Alakazams. Whoops. Ah, there we go. Okay.
Good, yay.
I think I made my estimate 42, so I think I'm technically not making it, but we missed it by like 3 seconds. And time.
GG's.
Oh, GG's.
Just a couple of things before we do anything. So first of all, I think you actually set your estimate to 38.
That was for
still?
any percent. But
Oh,
yeah.
still, it's 4204. But in the more important news, just give me a second to prepare everything. Oh my goodness, we have a $500 donation.
Oh crap. Let's
By
go.
Brosauce54, and they're saying because Edenerd gotta use the slow game, and so I don't think I need to say where this is going, but all of it is being put for Let's Go Pikachu, which means if
Oh
I
my
refresh the
gosh.
page-
Oh no! My adorable Eevee!
You're lucky this is for charity.
Let's Go Pikachu is at $755, and Let's Go Eevee is at $290. Which, oh my goodness, if that doesn't seal the deal, I don't know what will.
Hate to hear it.
An incredibly generous donation, though, so thank you very much for that, but wow.
Big shout outs to the donation. Thank you guys so much.
Anyway, I'll leave you guys to say some last words if you wish, and
Well, first of all, thanks for hosting. That was awesome host you did. Thank you so much. And thanks, JP, for commentating. Thank you guys for watching so much. Again, I don't know if the estimate thing was I guess, like a typo or anything, but Bidoof% is slower than any percent.
I'm gonna assume that was the estimate for any percent.
Yeah.
It was never updated.
But it was a pretty solid run. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. shout out to the whole entire Pokemon Speedrun community. You guys are awesome, letting me play this video game and put it on leaderboards and stuff like that. All these years, it's really awesome. All the Pokemon Rumble guys, thank you guys so much for helping me out and giving me ideas and motivation to keep playing the game. Thanks ESA for letting me do the run. And I just want to really quick promote that I am streaming every day for 2 years, and we're on day 137. So, yeah, I do all different kinds of games. I play fighting games, Pokemon games, Animal Crossing, you name it. I probably play it unless it's not Nintendo, because I'm a nerd. So, I don't know. That's pretty much it for me. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed. JP, do you have anything else?
I'm good. Have fun.
All right.
And keep just watch this next run because I love Let's Go.
Yes.
And Etiquette is an amazing runner, so you will not be disappointed.
Yes, definitely stick around and watch Etiquette. Show him some love. Especially needs it because he's playing Pikachu and not Eevee. So.
You hate to see it happen.
But yeah, that's it for me. So, thanks guys. Have a good day.
Well, thank you very much. Before we go anywhere, a couple more things that we have here. We have $15 from JP.
Oh, JP.
Yep, it's.
I tried to help.
You tried to help with covering the gap between Eevee and Pikachu. Yep, it's $15 saying "Let's go Eevee," and it's put for "Let's go Eevee." We'll see if that happens. We have a couple more, but I'm going to leave those for my fellow donation reader, who's going to be taking up after me for the next run. Oh my goodness, something has happened. Okay, we need to check this real quick.
Uh-oh. Is there a fight in the donation, in the bid wars and all that? Is there a fight going on?
Is there a fight in the donation? I'll tell you right now.
Well, kinda.
Oh no!
It's the other way.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I think... So we have $500 from Matthew St. Louis again, going not on my watch, but they put it on Pikachu.
Do you think it was a typo?
Did they misclick?
Misclick that.
I'm willing
we need
to
confirmation.
say we need confirmation from the man himself about whether it's Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee. So another $500 has pushed us over $8,000.
That's awesome.
Some incredible developments happening just now. I'll just read these last two donations as well. We have $25 from RoboSparkle going, "Let's go, yeah boy! Having a great time in this event so far. Thanks for making Pokemon Rumble so entertaining. Keep it up and save them kids." We then finally have $6 from Sheepia going, "This one's for you, Cathal. Eda love. It goes to Wooloo. So it does." And with that,
He said it was a misclick. He said it.
He said it was a misclick.
He said it. Yes.
He said it. I think we might have to get that fixed in that case.
Yeah, do we need a judge?
So we will try and get that arranged. So I think with that, EEV is back in the lead. But in the meantime, I'm going to evade the rest of this madness and leave it for my friend Nordic Soy, who's taking up after me. So in the meantime, thank you so much for an incredibly entertaining Pokemon Rumble run. And yeah, we'll have a quick intermission, and after that, it's the madness that has been Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee. See you then.
See you guys.